Hey everyone, welcome to Medieval Dynasty in another survival game guide episode. So today we are going to be helping our son with his quest. He has a bit of he wants to go on an adventure, basically, and that adventure will lead to a rather mysterious tree. And those of you who have watched my poorly recorded best base locations for this game, you might be familiar with the tree. So let's go ahead and talk to him and pick up this quest. That's not him. That's awkward.
Good day.
What did you give me? Oh, thanks for that. All right, so we can say, hey, what's going on? And he's going to be like, hey, let's go on an adventure. I want to go to the mountains. So at this point, we have to make him 2 Waterskins. And if you want to do that on your own, you're going to need the sewing hut. That is where you will make them. And I believe you need, I think it's like 4 linen thread and 16 leather, I think? Something like that. Very close to that, maybe. I don't know. We'll find out, because we're going to go make some. But you can obviously go ahead to another sewing hut person in another village and buy these. You can also find them on the sides of the road and stuff. They're pretty common there. I'm always finding them up on those overturned cards and stuff. That's always where I'm finding them. So just keep your eye out in preparation for this. There we go. Okay, we don't need a big 16 leather, but you know what? We have some for the future, I guess. So we will make these water skins, and then we do have to wait until the next morning, unless it just glitched on me, which is totally possible, it looks like. Normally you have to wait another day or to do this, but it looks like it wants to be like, hey, you know what? Actually, just go. So you know what? We're gonna roll with it. But just so you know, usually you have to wait another morning to do that. So, but I'm not complaining. Get this done in 1 day instead of 2. Heck yeah. So if you're lucky, you might be able to kind of glitch it, I guess, like I did. I don't know. It just kind of happened. Anyway, so here we are. We can give this to him now, and he's going to be like, okay, I've got some apples. And then, obviously, this is kind of like a Lord of the Rings thing here. There and back again and all that, which, as a fan, I appreciate. Okay, now, the whole thing with, this kind of quest is that there are different kind of, locations where you can go. You can only choose one of these for each kind of category. You're gonna go different places, like rivers and then mountains and then all that, but you can only choose one of these 3 options, and I don't think the dialogue changes. I'm not 100% sure on that, to be honest, but you know, so you can kind of choose where you want to go. Now I'm gonna rush, so we're just gonna go to the closest ones. Now, obviously, the main kind of concern that you might have for this quest is animals, because there are wild animals throughout the forest, so you kind of have to keep an eye on that. Maybe bring some protection. I'm just gonna go. I'm going YOLO and hoping for the best. But realistically, it would not be a bad idea to have some sort of weapon with you, just so that you do have something to protect yourself or your son out here, because there's wolves everywhere. Some of the paths will take you in bear territory or boar territory. So, you know, it's good to have a weapon with you just in case. But we're going to start running, and I will resume the video when we reach our destination. We are approaching our destination. Oh, food storage 3 unlocked. Amazing. Love that for me. We are approaching our first location here. We kind of get right here, and then we can talk to our boy here and be like, ah, yes, nature. And we can be like, by the way, if you ever get lost, follow the river, because it'll lead back to the main river, which will lead to our village, because literally our village is right off of it, so very true there. So now that we have done that, very pretty, very lovely, we have to choose where we're going to go next. Now, as before, I'm just kind of, you know, I'm just going to go with whatever is closest. Now, I know there are bears here, so I'm going to be a little bit mindful of this one. I'm not going to, I might have to go a different one, because I did not equip myself. So we actually might, maybe we shouldn't, because I'm pretty sure we're going to have to go right up on the cave mouth. And I know there's bears there. So you know what? We're going to go to this one. I think that's a little bit further, but you know what? It's pretty, so we're going to go for it. So that's where we're going to head for the next one. Again, I will see you when we are approaching. We have finally reached our location. Again, we are heading towards this one up here, this question mark. There is a bear that kind of hangs out over there, so we're just trying to kind of avoid him. And we'll just come right up around here. There we are. The deep side grotto is where we went, so we'll talk to him again. And he'll be like, ooh, tunnels, caves, or... And yeah, that's great. Awesome, lovely. And then we have one last, like, official location to go to before we hit up the mysterious tree. These are the three options. Again, we're going to go to the closest one, which is right here next to Hornica. That's where we're going. You guys can go wherever you want, but that's where we're going to go because you know what? I gotta get through this. But honestly, this is actually like a really great kind of opportunity for players who like to really like role play in this game. You know, you take your time with it, bond with your son, take in the sights because the map is beautiful. So enjoy it. But as before, you know, I will resume the video when we get close. We have reached our goal here. We're almost there. These mountains are a bit of a pain to climb. Just fair warning there. And once we reach the peak, we should be able to talk to our son once more. Almost, maybe. There we go. And honestly, the view is absolutely, you know, stunning from up here. There's little Hornica down there. Love that for them. And yeah, it's just really pretty. It's just really pretty. So let's talk to our son now, who's totally taking in the sights too. And we're gonna give some life lessons, as we do. And he's like, oh, bring my son here, which means, you know, we'll probably doing this quest again at some point. And now that finally brings us to the mysterious tree. We're gonna have to go all the way, all right, that way. So again, we're gonna do a little pausing here. But honestly, like I said, just take your time with the quest if you can, and just enjoy the beauty of it. 'Cause it's really a beautiful quest line, in my opinion, anyway. So I will see you guys at the mysterious tree. We have reached the location of the mysterious tree, and here it is. This is a very special tree. You can't cut it down, for one. And I'll let you know about the story behind this tree in just a moment, because there is a story. But first, we will talk to our son about the tree. Lovely. So he wants to go home at this point. But this tree, we'll kind of head in that direction. But this tree here, it was not originally, it was not always here. It's actually a kind of like a tribute to this man named Martin and his wife, who became very ill and had to live in a home for medical care and all that. And she eventually passed, and he really turned to this game as a way of kind of finding, you know, solace and, you know, just working through that kind of loss. And he told his story to, like, on a community board, and Toplets, actually, the producers, the publishers of this game, saw his story, and they were so moved by it that they put that tree there just to kind of, you know, as a reminder and as a memorial to her. So, you know, this quest is honestly just, like I said, it's a very beautiful quest. And, you know, if you ever find that tree, take your time getting there and, you know, maybe think about, oh my, not wolves, but think about, you know, your loved ones and all that. And, you know, a little bit of reflection, never a bad thing at that tree. So we're going to try and make it home. I've got some wolves on me now, but we're going to try and make it home to wrap up this quest. So I will see you guys there. Hopefully we don't get eaten. We made it back without getting eaten. Huzzah. Now we must talk to our wife about the adventures that we had. And she's a hunter, so she's, you know, doing her thing over here. And we can say, yes, we did it. And she's all like, go get some rest. Because, yeah, I'd be exhausted. And he gives us a little bit of ore and stuff, so that's kind of nice. But basically, this quest is good for, you know, just, I think it's like a really good role-playing quest, in my opinion. Obviously, you get some affection with him and some dynasty reputation, which is great, too. But it's really just like a really role-play heavy quest. So take your time with it, guys. Have fun. And spend some time at that mysterious tree. Thanks so much for watching. I will see you in the next one. But until then, keep surviving and keep thriving.